Okay. Sorry for the delay. Our neighbor was just calling us. I visited him earlier today, and he had lost his phone. He was looking around for it and asking me if he should cancel his bank accounts and what other sort of practical measures he needs to do to make sure that he's secure and safe. And it turns out the phone was under his seat. So there you there you go. I'm very happy for him that he did not have to spend $800 on more phones. That's I think that's probably the going price for an iPhone now or something. But that it's under his car seat, it's safe. He's fine, and we're fine too. So hello, Greg. Hello, Big Man Lane. Welcome everybody to the first stream of the year. Oh, geez, that's a loud ad for Domino's on my phone. One second. Just making sure this thing works. How is everybody? How is your Crimbus or your holidays and your New Year? What's going on? Let's see what we have in store for today is probably much the same. We're gonna come on. We're gonna do some animation. We'll see if you guys have any ideas or prompts that you want to share. Otherwise, announcementsy. We're going to at some point in the stream we're going to attempt to do some gift subs. So I've never done that before, and I'm not sure how it's going to work. So I'm going to do one first and test out if it can go to people directly or if it's like random. Since I'm not sure how it works. But then yeah, we'll do that at some point on this stream. It's just to like gift some memberships so that you can access the members part of our channel, which is very cool. It's a very cool inner circle. I'm kidding. But we're just gonna do that at some point, and that might be something a little different today. And then as for the year, the year's gonna be who knows? Who knows what it's gonna be? It's going to. We have a lot of stuff to do. We have a lot of stuff planned, but we will keep. My work situation has also changed where I'm working more full time now, but I think for the stream, it should still be consistent on Wednesdays. So I'm hoping Wednesdays can be consistent, probably around 6:30, 7ish Pacific time. So if we can keep that going, that would be great. Um, Wednesday stream. That's what it's gonna be. So yeah, let me actually just try this. I think the way I'd have to do it is how do I even I'm attempting to gift a sub or gift a membership, but I'm not sure how I would even do that. I might need Megan's assistance for this. Okay, so I'm on the thing. If anybody knows, oh, that's dollars. Super stickers, free member stone. I see. Sorry, this is I'm old manning it right now. I'm old manning it, trying to figure out how to how to do this thing. Hello, Cyber Egg. Welcome. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can see super chat. I see super stickers, but I want to gift a no super stickers. Whoa. Okay. No, I can't figure it out. I'm gonna slick Megan on this. Maybe she can help me figure it out. 1 second. I'll give my phone to her, and if she can figure it out, maybe then we'll be able to get this train going. So let me first actually go to one of our scenes. Oh, I haven't done this in a while. I'm got to get a handle on where everything is. Okay, so this was the Fallout thing, and it's almost done. But I'm just gonna let it play for a little bit while I go give my phone to Megan, and maybe she can help me IT this thing because I actually don't know what I'm doing. Hold on a second. Where's my web I really should have researched this beforehand. I don't think I'm gonna be able to log in and get this going. Let me hmm. Did not want. Happy New Year. It's a little bumpy as always on our little thing, but uh, here we go. I think I'm just gonna start animating. That's what I know. And technology and memberships. We'll see. We'll see if I can figure that out eventually. Maybe by the maybe by the next stream, or definitely by the next stream, I will have figure that out so we can roll that out and it can be nice. Um, let's go. Let's create a new scene. Let's create a new scene. All right. So given it's a new year, it's a fresh time. Does anybody got any thoughts on what they want to do for the stream? Any nouns? Any big ideas? Just putting these back layers in so that I can have my screen safes. We can do something. We can do anything. That's the magic of animation. Kind of come in a little bit bigger. Okay. So yeah, let's do some animation. Should we do what's like a very New Year'sy thing? Well, how did my New Year's go? Well, what did we do? We hung out with a friend. We hung out with their kid. We had some food. We watched some football, some soccer. And what else did we do? Should we do something? Let me give some options for some nouns. Let's just start drawing something. We could do I'm just drawing an arm. You know. You could do I guess I'm drawing monsters. That's how this new year is starting out. So we could do something with a monster. Let's just see where this is like a when you're a kid and you're getting psych evaluated for whatever reason. Let's see. And they're like, well, what does pickles mean to you? Ooh, pickles. There's a nice word. So let's do pickle. Pickle is a possibility as well. Maybe for pickle, we'll give him a big nose. 2 pickles. Pickle. And then let's go 3. What else is like New Year's-y that we've done recently? Other than me having trouble with technology, which is the case. Oh, wait, can I? No. This is so frustrating. I just want to gift some memberships, and I don't know how to do it. Oh boy. Wait a second. I'm gonna let this play, and I'm going to Google how to memberships on YouTube. Tap membership gifting. Within the live chat, tap this. Do we not have it enabled or something? Hold on a second. This might be like a setting that we have or don't have enabled. Ooh boy, I'm really good at computers, let me tell you. Oh boy! I don't know how to do this. Pickle looks like Squidward? Yes, Pickle does look like Squidward. I've been watching a lot of I've watched a lot of SpongeBob in the winter break. SpongeBob, Planet of the Apes, and Sopranos, and Lord of the Rings. Those are the I guess I watched a lot of stuff during our break. Do you guys watch anything cool or fun? Oh, I'm just trying to figure this out. Hold on. Mm-hmm. Oh, this is really not the time to do this because I can't. My brain does not work on on multiple levels. Let me see. Okay, Megan says Megan says she's on it, so I'm gonna just keep. I'm gonna focus on drawing. So, what was that? Okay, okay. I'm gonna focus on the drawing part. That's what I'm good for. So I'll start. I'll keep drawing some stuff. Let's see. We had monster. We had pickle. What else is a? We will watch Civil War. Let's see. No, I don't want it. I don't. Let me see. It's another word that's coming to mind. Let's just stream of consciousness it. I guess this is a brain. All right. So of our three words, we have brain, we have pickle, and we have monster. These are very accurate, actual representations of my psyche right now because I feel pickled and my brain is a little stressed. But out of stress and out of through conflict and difficulty, we become our true selves. So brain, who's coincidentally named Brian. So there, let's do. What should we do out of these things? Let's do a little Q&A. What thing we do? Oops, not this. Wrong option. Technology. Here it is. What brain? What thing we do? Oh, Greg says goose. Let me just draw a goose. I'll add that as an option. Let's go 1. Monster. 2. Pickle. Add an option. 3. Brian, the brain. Then 4. Say goose. So let's draw a little goose. 4. Goose. A very tall goose. I'm the way I'm drawing these characters is actually very representative of my current mental state. But here we go. What should we do? What should we animate today? We can do monster. We can do pickle. Hold on. We can do monster. Blah, 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 blah. We can do pickle. Pickle, pickle, pickle. We can do Brian, the brain. I have many thoughts and feelings. Or we can do this goose guy. Goose. Quack, 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 quack. I've actually done a lot of birds on this channel, I've noticed. I've always said, and I've always held this opinion, that of the nature documentaries that I would watch, and that's mostly what I watched as a kid, since I didn't have cable, I enjoyed the bird documentaries the least. So let's do one of these. Or let's do what I'm curious what people want to do. Wow. We got monster, we got pickle, we got goose. Ooh, goose in a lead. Honk, honk, honk. Let's give Goose a few more drawings to really show how expressive he can be. Honk. There's Goose. Goose is rigging the bid by drawing himself more. What's up? Happy. Oh, it's also the year of the dragon. Happy New Year! Alright, so I'll let this run for a little bit longer while I think inside my mind what we should do. I am de-stressing from this technology thing that I did not figure out, which I should have figured out beforehand. The stress is leaving. Let's change the music to maybe something a little more relaxed. Although that's athletics theme, so maybe that's not more relaxed. Let's do something there. That seems like it might be more relaxing. So let's relax. Let's Greg says give the goose a pancake. Greg coming up with all these ideas. Maybe that's what it'll be if Goose ends up winning, which it seems like it will because it's leading the charge. So Greg the Goose gets a pancake, potentially. And all Dragon Goose. I feel like we should probably do something with a dragon, given that it's the year of the dragon, which I didn't know until all of my Instagram started getting flooded with dragon things. So I think while I wait a few more minutes for any residual votes, we will draw a potential dragon thing. Hey, can I please log in? Hold on a second. This is this is live video right now. Okay. I don't know what my Big Bean actually account is. Hold on.
I'll just sign into
Let me see. Let me see. Do. Oh, it's this one. All right. Wait, maybe oh, hold on a second. Maybe. Got it. YouTube. Oh. Let me sign in. No. Hold on. No, I turned off the camera. Oh, I think we might get this to work. Hold on. Okay, hold on a second. All right, I think this is gonna work. Hold on.
You can also do it later.
Oh, it says do later. Oh, verify later. This is done. Oh, are we on? Oh. Hey, okay.
I keep telling you, it's gotta be on our computer.
Meggio, the hero. I'm not very technology savvy. Okay, wait, let me see. All right, we're gonna gift a membership. Whoa, okay. Let's.
I don't think you can choose who it goes to.
I can't choose.
You just have to buy it.
Okay. All right. So let me go back on camera for a second. Thank you, Megan. She's a hero. Whoa, she's a hero. All right. So we figured it out. I got logged into a thing where I can actually gift a membership. So it seems like it's gonna go out at random. So who knows how this is gonna work? But I'm gonna click the button and let's see what happens. Pew. Oh wait. Hold on. So they actually need me to verify one more thing. Hold on, I need to be right back. Oh, it's a wild day. Okay. Yeah, let's just try. Oof. Megan was saying that for anyone who wants to receive a membership, like it has to be enabled on your YouTube account that you're eligible to receive them or something. Hold on a second. I gotta sift through some other things in order to verify this action. Ooh, it's been a topsy-turvy day. Alright. Okay, so I think that should have worked. Oh, okay. A Life of Riley was gifted a membership. Yay! Welcome. All right. W8W0. We will do a countdown for the next one. Whew, I'm just glad that it actually works. So, yay! That's very nice. And it looks like Goose has won. So that's great. That's great. All right. Let's see. So in case you didn't know, Big Bean Burrito, if that's what the name. What is it? What is it? Big Bean, just Big Bean. That's me. That's the account that I use to test out if things actually work or not. So that's good. We settled a couple things. We're gonna do Goose. We're gonna do Pancake. There's gonna be a dragon in this. So let's say goodbye to our other heroes. Hold on a second. I'm hearing Megan. Yes, Megan. Camera. Oh, camera. Thank you. Yes, I am Big Bean. That's my big secret. Hold on. I gotta turn my camera on. Oh, this has been an exciting, chaotic stream. Alright, hold on. Whew. As you can probably tell, I really need a haircut because I look like Anton Chigurh in No Country for Old Men a little bit right now. But you know what? Hair can always be cut, so that's not a problem. Yes, I'm glad it works. All right, so let's first say goodbye to our intrepid heroes who did not make it to this week's animation. Bye bye, Brian. Okay, bye bye. There goes Brian. What will we do for Pickle? Let's put Pickle back in the jar. Hello, Pickle. Get back in your jar. Me. And we can say goodbye to the Pickle. Bye bye. And then Monster Guy. Let's put you to the side because I actually enjoyed your design. So I might end up animating you in some other place. So I'm going to actually save Monster Guy because I thought he was cute. And I'm cool like that. So Monster Guy, you'll go to the side. We're going to do something with Goose today. Goose, pancakes, dragons. And that's how we build a scene. This goes off of the theory that Megan had that actually Mad Libs is how big animation studios should do their animation. Of like, all right, guys, we're gonna make a new movie. It's gonna be pick a thing out of a hat. It's gonna be turtles. Dang, Ninja Turtles already exist. Okay, cross that out. It's gonna be bison. Oh, everybody loves bison. It's an American tragedy. Let's do something with bison. And let's add an adverb to it. Quickly, bison quickly. All right. And then let's do so anyways, that's the idea, and I think that's a similar sort of thing that we're going to do here on stream. So hey, welcome to A Life of Riley. I don't think I've met you before or heard from you at all in chat, but that's great. And I think in a couple more minutes after I calm down and do some drawing, we will gift out a couple more memberships. And in terms of like what we do on the membership side of the stream, part of why we wanted to gift it out is because if we have a certain amount of members, then we can make more emojis. So if you might have seen, let me end the poll because it seems like Goose is the runaway winner. Yeah, there you go, Goose. You are the winner. Oh, okay, yeah. Megan said I can do one at a time throughout the stream, so I can spread it out. And that's smart. She's the business mind. She's the big brain between us. So we have these four emojis right now. There you go. They're all supposed to animate actually, but for some whatever reason they don't animate. I think they work on Twitch, but we don't really stream on Twitch. So what we're gonna do is hopefully, like, if we have enough members, then we can also add more emojis. And I like making these emojis. I don't animate in pixel art typically, but having done it for these emojis is actually it's actually been a lot of fun. So let me start. Let me start with some drawing first. Whew, it's been a lot. It's been quite the ride. Let's put this goose. Put this goose over here, and he's gonna be eating some pancakes. So get a nice bold black line. Pancakes in the wild. Doot doot doot. Doot doot doot. No, you've come across a plate in the wild of some pancakes, and we'll fill in the rest of this stuff. You know what? I'm feeling a little weird. Let's make our background a little weird. Why not? Let's add some random little shapes. There. Let's call this a tree. Sometimes trees look like this. Why not? Let's call this a pond. There you go. Yeah, let's be a little wackier with our designs. Let's put our pancake maybe over here a little bit. We'll do a separate layer for the pancakes since they will be interacted with. Full stack. How many pancakes is a full stack? 6? 7? 6. I think 6 is like a full stack of pancakes, but we're not going to count them. We just want a nice beefy amount of pancakes. Yum yum. So there we go. This is our environment. This is where this goose lives. He lives next to this weirdo tree. So I can add a few more little leaf pouches to it. There we go. There's our tree. Let's add a few cattails just because this pond looks a little lonely. So yeah, let's add some silly little things. There you go. Maybe we'll even animate that cattail. I don't know. We can save that for later if we have time. But we have this. He has a tree. Maybe, since it's all like kind of on one plane right now, maybe we can even add another tree. Yeah, let's add like a foreground tree. Everybody likes foreground trees. And then we can always like choose to change this later. But I'm enjoying the shape of these, so I'm gonna keep them in for now. Poof, 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 poof. This reminds me of how you would draw trees as a kid, you know? When you were young and you didn't know things had a way that they actually appeared, you just drew from your brain. And my brain was young and dumb. Those are the days. So there we go. This is our set in some way or another. Welcome to Eggs. Did Megs join? Oh, yay, Megs joined as well. That's cool. When you gift a membership, it's given to some people in the stream and some not in the stream. It's like Shrek when Donkey eats the pancakes he found in the wild. Oh. Yay! Yay! Megs is finally an egg. I didn't know that it goes some people in the stream and some not on the stream. Oh, I didn't know that's how it worked. So that's news to me. I thought it just would go to whoever's in the stream directly right now. Thanks. W8WO, if that's pronounced like Wowo, I'm not sure how you pronounce your name, but I appreciate the knowledge, as I clearly have none. Well, let's just do something like this, and that's enough. Let's start. You know what? I am gonna animate this little cattail. I think it's cute, so I'm gonna animate it. All right, Greg the goose, you're getting a full scene here. But the nice thing about doing our own stuff is the character designs are pretty simple. So this is actually ends up being a lot faster to animate than say, what was the last thing that we did? We were showing. Oh, this is I'm in symbol, but like the Fallout stuff. Just like as the character designs get more complicated, it just makes the time it takes to animate a bit longer. But you know, sometimes the juice is worth the squeeze. And for this scene, with our lovely cattails and our strange looking trees, I think the juice will be very much worth the squeeze. So I think we want to give him like a pretty gentle, pretty gentle sway. I don't know why I have the sniffles. Hopefully, I'm not getting sick. Have any of you guys gotten sick during this holiday? I hear that there are some gross sickies going around. So, if at all possible, please avoid. Excuse me. Stop sniffling. Stop it. We have been fortunate enough not to get sick. I was gonna go hang out with a friend who was sick, who wasn't sick, but then he became sick. It's just you know when you're driving, you gotta look out for potholes. When you're hanging out, you gotta look out for the sickies. No, I hope he gets better soon. We were gonna have some hot pot, and if y'all don't know, hot pot is one of the best food delivery systems a person can experience. So I'm hoping we can get back on track and he can feel better again, and we can do that hot pot at some point soon. But not too soon, not while he's just recovering from sick. Let's animate this little reed guy. I know he's not the goose, but you know, he's a supporting character in Goose's life. And then we need to just add a bit more so that he's not popping back into this here pose. And so I'll read a book, or maybe 2 or 3. I'll add a few new paintings to my gallery. Alright. So yes, welcome Megs to the egg. Thank you for being an egg. Where is the frog? I guess we could make this scene the densest beginning to January and add a frog and add all these other things. But let me just start with this one little reed friend, and then we can start going on with everything else. Who knows? Maybe I'll have plenty of time to add frogs and other friends if I get the goose animation done quickly. Goose eating pancakes. Shoutouts to Greg for the idea. And thanks everybody for hopping on the channel. I hope your New Year's has been good. So now that we've figured out the technology part and my brain can have room to actually not be frustrated with myself for not figuring this out in the first place, how's everyone doing? That might be too much sway, you know, like there's not like a big breeze going on. So let's even make this just a little bit more mild, since it really looks like he's chafing in the wind, as some illustrious writers would say. What's going on with everybody's break? I think somebody said they were watching a bunch of Family Guy. I never really watched Family Guy. I was more of an American Dad type of person. I guess I don't know what watching an American Dad says about me as a type of person. I don't know why I use that phrase, but that was the thing that I watched more than Family Guy. I think particularly season 5 of American Dad was really funny to me. Yeah, so let's just say that for now. Let's drop our little reed friend. Call him Scene 7 Reed. Cattail is a true main character. Indeed, you are your own main character in life. So Even if Goose has all this business going on with the pancakes, you as Reed can still have a great time. So let's have let's have our goose come out through the water. Mm-hmm. What is our design for this guy again? Okay. That's the pancakes. I gotta find that goose layer so that I can actually see what he is. Oop, not that way. Make him nice pink. Our friend's baby's favorite color is pink, and I can't not pronounce it that way. So pink it is. Let's give it a little bit of antic of. Let's see. What do I want to do? Since this guy looks so kind of, I don't want to say ugly, but maybe ugly is the right word for it. Let's give him a. Let's try to, as much as we can, sort of morph and make the make him feel a little wacky. So, bloop. It's going a little bit closer. So if you're doing something wacky, you want to kind of try to be wacky all the way. This is how I feel about the new year, maybe. Oh, you know what we can do? We can have him come out on these long legs and be like, "Oh, is he a stork? Is that what this guy is?" But then he can jump out of the legs and be like, "Oh no, he's just a goose." Just a goose wearing long legs for whatever reason. I think it's the mood. Like as soon as I get stressed about stuff, like technology, I lose my mind and start making wacky stuff. It's sort of like it's a similar thing to drinking, I think, that some people experience, where you try to drink the alcohol to loosen yourself up socially, which I don't know if that actually works or not, but for some people, I assume that's why they do it. And now for me, if I get stressed about making animation or technology, it reveals my true self, who is this goose with these weirdo ideas. Let's see. Weep, weep. Weep, weep. So then we can go do like a quick pullback, then he'll pop out of the legs and proceed with his with his pancake eating. This is almost like pretty old school actually in terms of the type of humor maybe. Although maybe this never was old school. They were just all weirdos, and that's really what it is. It's not old school. It's just weird. Adeline, I'm glad you love his derpy eyes. That's a big part of the appeal for me. You really see through the eyes. What did they say? The window into the soul. So those are the eyes, and if you look at my eyes, hopefully that wasn't scary. That's a window into the soul. Yeah. So, yeah. So slow and then like a quick snappy settle. Because for a lot of animation, you're just trying trying to provide some contrast. And then don't need to stay on it that long. We can just have him antic and then pop out nice and quick. We needn't linger. We can just go. I can probably even pull this back a bit further. Oops. Let's lock that layer. So yeah, let me see. I have some thoughts in my brain. They're very juicy, delicious thoughts. But and our first month or so, January, will be taken up with some commission work that we had to do. And once that is done, we'll be able to focus on some other stuff. So the first thing is that, and then we're making a little video that contains some more sort of summarized thoughts of what our year on YouTube was like. Not super expansive, but just like some little fun thing that we tried to do. And then from there, we don't really have too many plans of like set videos that we're going to try to do this year. So it's not like we're going to do we don't have a plan of like doing a Zelda thing or a Mario thing. I think we might do something with Mario Wonder because Megan played that game quite a bit during the break and she liked it a lot, so we'll probably do something with that. And then other than that, we're doing some stuff with some original characters. Like we did something with a guy named Squat last year, and I had not boarded out but thumbnailed about, I want to say, six or so episodes of that. And by episodes I mean probably like a minute and a half long each. So at some point we will have the time for that, but this is all going to depend on how busy the year is for us in terms of regular working too. Since again, I spent a good amount of time last year being relatively free because our industry is going through a bit of flux. So I'm not sure how much time I'm going to have this year, and that's going to be a constant sort of figuring out thing. But I think it should be fine, even if we don't have time to do as long a thing. We will definitely be making stuff because we've really actually enjoyed our time on YouTube. It's a lot of work, animation is, so but we kind of knew that going in. And really, it's a lot of work to have a lot of fun. So no problems there. Choo choo choo. who's Megan? I mean Megs. Megan is Megs. And I am Mats. And this is Animation Live. Live. And if you didn't know, well, now you know that animation takes a long time. These trees are really original. Thank you, Klaus. I'm not really much of a designer because, like, I've just when I default, my default of drawing stuff is usually drawing things pretty naturalistically. But that's one of the nice gifts of stress is that you kind of step outside of yourself and you get a little loopier, and hopefully you make things that are a little bit more fun. So he's gonna pop. Comes out. Settle. Then antic. And then pop out. Let's have his legs swing over as he gets ready to land. Yeah. New year, new goof. Maybe that's the theme of the year for us. These poor pancakes. They're not getting much love right now, but they will inevitably draw our hero's attention soon. Because who can resist pancakes? I came from a pretty ABC family. Or what am I trying to say? Not American born Chinese, because my parents weren't actually American born. And I wasn't either, just my sister. But what we ate was mostly just like more Chinese food, so I don't think I had my first pancake until much later in life. I want to say maybe even as an adult. Because also we wouldn't go to IHOP or eat out at places like that. I mean, did you guys have regular sort of restaurants that you went to? My family's regular were always like other Chinese restaurants. But if there are any Americans in the channel who have insight into what American families would eat when they go out, please let me know, because that's not the experience that I had. So I didn't really understand pancakes until much later. And then as I understood them, I'm like, I get it. It's pretty good. It's like eating a big fluff. So let's see. You can probably even make this quicker. This is a real floppy guy. Let's even like break his neck a little bit. And then let's say this is a goose layer. Then we need to make a leg layer. And this is just we're not even into the pancakes yet. We got our little Reed mood setter. He's like the greeter at Walmart. And then we have our little bird introduce himself. Maybe even he can sort of swing his neck around. I'm really enjoying actually how strange this guy is, and that's maybe the moral also. Is the stranger the better. It is more fun to animate this way than how I usually animate also, which is very, natural and smooth. We want our actions to feel like they would happen in real life. But, the non-reality is very fun too. Bonk. So his head's just sort of swinging all the way around. Swinging all the way around. Mm-hmm. Greg the Goose, you're a superstar. Look at this guy. He's funny already. That's the sort of thing that nice design can do for you. Like if I drew a pretty normal goose, then I would not be having this kind of fun with it. But because again we were stressed, we drew a weird goose, and now we can have all sorts of animation fun with it. Ooh, so let me sort of fix the legs. Here. And then once I do this sit, I think I'll take a second to have a sip of water, a sip with a sit, and then maybe some other stuff. Crack. do. I live in the UK. I go to local places. Oh, Weewo, I did not know you were from the UK. Or if you had mentioned that earlier before, I apologize that I didn't. I didn't remember. My memory is not one of my strengths. But the UK is lovely. I thought I was going to be living in the UK at some point. As a young lad, I was a Anglophile. I'm like, they seem classier than myself, so I like that. But now I just do whatever. I don't really have a particular file. I think the music might have stopped because I'm not paying attention. So let's pick something else. Animal Crossing, sure. Let's play some Animal Crossing music. Beep 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 beep. Thanks all for also being on the stream. I think once I finish this little sit thing, I will drop or gift another membership out there. So hopefully it goes well, and it will go to a happy person. So, bonk. Stream. I think we want him to squash a little bit here. So it's not just a neck, but his whole body squashing as well. Also, as an Englishman, or sorry, I don't want to assume your gender, but I mean by Englishman, just a person of English descent. Do you are you a file of any other place? I think England, because it has such a particular history, that it garners some admiration for that past and the sort of genteel representation of nobility and royalty and all that sort of stuff. And maybe that's what attracted me as a kid. Concepts of courtly love, knightly love, and gentlemanness and all that sort of stuff. But perhaps, I don't know, you're an admirer of a different culture's particulars qualities. Like we've been watching a lot of Sopranos, and the their family's culture is not a very good one, but it's particular and it's interesting. I go to a local spaghetti place. It's very good. Y'all just talking about food. Oh yeah, I forgot to ask everybody what they had for dinner. I haven't eaten dinner yet. I had a late afternoon meal of, I want to say, crock pot chicken and rice. That's what I had. And it looks like Greg has family spaghetti. It's very good. Alright, I think this might be the last drawing of this emerge and sit down sequence for the goose. All right, so let's see how Greg the goose is emerging. Got a little sway. There you go. That's what it is thus far. He emerges and then breaks the neck and then snaps back. So no problem there. Bloop. I think I'll probably do like a silly hank and then take his feet out of the water, his extended feet, and maybe use them as chopsticks or utensils to eat the pancakes with. I think I've just tried to be as ridiculous as possible with this. Adeline, no syrup for the pancakes? Well, maybe that's what he needs to do first. Is he'll add some syrup. He'll just, cartoon magic pocket, open up, take something from behind his back, get syrup, pour some syrup on the pancakes, put that away, then get his legs from the water to use as eating utensils, and then he can jump back into the water afterwards. That might be what we end up doing today. That's a good suggestion, Adeline. Thanks. Let's see. Um. All right. So what I was gonna do is I'm going to gift another membership. Thanks everybody also for being a part of this stream. I really appreciate that. And let's do another one. Let's gift one more. I don't know how to do a countdown, so I'm just gonna count down with my mouth. 5, 3, 4, 1, 2. Ba-bum! That's all 5 numbers. Oh, I gotta confirm this again. All right. Verify. Ooh, Greg, thank you for for contributing. Gifted. I don't know who it went to, but it went to Puff. All right, that works too. I'm hoping one of the people who are regularly chatting will get it. That would be nice. Although Puff also welcome to the channel. And what we've been doing with memberships, I think, is just adding more supplemental material. So like, I made an art book that has like some behind the scenes stuff. It's unfortunate that like for posts on YouTube you only have 5 image limits. So if you'll notice, all the community update posts with our GIFs have been limited to 5, but it's because that's the limit. And it's a good thing in that respect, because sometimes when they give you more options, you end up like not doing too much. And it's good to have like a constraint, because it makes you sort of focus on being concise and clear, which is especially helpful for like jokes and stuff like that. But less helpful when you want to share basically a longer album of stuff. So it just so happened, because we're doing this and it's new, that the December packet had about 5 images. I mean, I could have jumbled in more, and if I end up finding more pictures that will go, we'll have like a part 2 post that will have additional images regarding December. But that's something that we're going to be doing for members, is adding more art book type of behind the scenes things. And yeah, it's just hopefully we'll have enough, and then we'll make new emojis, and emojis are really fun. So there you go. All right, so we did this. Oh, right, and as Adeline said, we need to get the syrup, because you can't have dry pancakes. These pancakes have been sitting out, so they need a little moisture. 1 mustard pretzels and buffalo chicken mac and cheese. Mr. Sloth, is that what you had for dinner? That sounds like a very nice dinner. Let me see. Yeah, I'm gonna make him do a little honk, and then get the sauce, and then get ready to have some pancakes. So I think this scene, I'm actually just happy with it just being about this little goose guy. So we probably won't end up adding the dragon to this thing, but let's see where we go. Crack, crunk. Let's give it a little honk. Let's save our file so we don't feel sad afterwards. That is the thing that I will say has improved greatly about Adobe. Adobe Animate is, before with the other versions, and especially when I was a student, I was much more worried about losing files, and it didn't happen to me too often, but from time to time, especially with the autosave, I would end up having that beach ball / corrupt file adventure. And if there's anything that really kind of gets me, it's when technology doesn't behave as it should. So as you could tell probably earlier, when I was struggling with the memberships thing, I do not handle it as well as I probably can. And my sister's works in tech, and she's a big smarty, so her genes are also a part of my background. So I wonder why it is that I just don't do very well with computers, even though I spend my whole life essentially working on them. I mean, do you guys have siblings who are like really good at stuff that you're just not at all good at? My sister is a very good engineer, um, and I none of those genes have translated to me. So actually, let's make this tongue kind of like unwrap a little bit. I love this goose. This goose will be named Greg. So thanks. Shoutouts to Greg. Syrup Rain. Mr. Sloth, brother is a carpenter. I got a bunch of hand-me-down genes. Carpenter? So he's good at carpentry, and you get his pants. That's a deal, I guess. um, I think one of the things that maybe that I gave my sister was I was the easy kid. Like I had a pretty relaxed relationship with my parents. I was not very rebellious and talkbacky at all. So I think maybe that gave her more room and gave them uh, more grace to experience a child who talked back more and was more upset with them in general. Or maybe I underprepared them because I wasn't more like that. So maybe it wasn't that as good. This goose is like the best thing ever, actually. Sometimes you animate something and you kind of get that feeling. Like when I was animating the goat for that last thing that we did. Oh my gosh, he's making me laugh. That one for different reasons, because like goats are just weird, even when they're realistic. Maybe especially when they're realistic, because they're just like they've got those like rectangle pupils, and they have associations with Satan and all that other stuff. But sometimes you can feel it, like, oh, this is a good one, and I'm kind of getting that feeling for Greg the Goose. Hmm. Wait, is your brother as a carpenter like as his full time job, or is that like just some skill that he has? Point, correct. So let's Goose stole your name. I can name him something different also, Greg, because you said Goose. So if you prefer the Goose not be named Greg, I can also change the name. I am not. I don't want to make you. I don't want to steal your name. You can call him Gary or call him something else. Well, maybe I think we'll end up changing some timing, just so that it's not like all beat, 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 crack, crack. Yeah, let's see how that feels. So, bloop, 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 bloop. I saw the goat. I did a goat recently too. They don't have upper teeth. Oh, then I just made I just created some upper teeth for that guy. Maybe that's why it looked weird. It's because I gave him teeth that goats actually don't have, and I didn't do the amount of research that I needed to before jumping in and animating a goat. Maybe that's probably why it looked weird. He's a full-time carpenter and member of the union and everything. Wow, yeah, you got to be pretty good at carpentry to do it full time. Waffle, name him Waffle. All right. Meanwhile, apparently cut wood. can't cut with the white line. Right. I think that's one of the things about, like, I don't like baking because I don't like measuring things. So maybe for you, Mr. Sloth, you don't cut things properly because it's not uh, as much of a focus, or just not how you're inclined. Like when I cook, I don't measure things out, and so that's fine for cooking as long as you're cooking things thoroughly and making sure that your your chicken is fully cooked and all that sort of stuff. But for baking, I think if you freestyle it more, although maybe you get to a place where you just have the sense, like there's people do on Great British Bake Off, and you can freestyle it a bit more. But my understanding is that for them, like the proofing time and the baking time and the mix of all that stuff, you gotta be fairly precise. Otherwise, it'll be you'll be a lot worse off with what you're ultimately trying to make. Whereas if I add too much salt or too much butter or whatever else, it's not like the end of the world for when I'm cooking in a stir fry or whatever else. Boom. Meanwhile, yeah. Greg, Waffle is a good potential name for this guy. Maybe what we'll do is we'll put it up to a vote for what this silly goose should be named, and Waffle can definitely be a candidate. All right. Who requested this? Adeline. Now he's getting the syrup. I too enjoy my pancakes with copious amounts of syrup. Sometimes I think the way that I eat is mostly just using all food as sauce delivery systems. Like I don't just like ketchup on my hot dogs. I love ketchup on my hot dogs. I like an amount of ketchup that might be obscene. I don't do anything as craven as putting ketchup on a pizza, although, if you put ketchup on pizza, good for you. But I do really enjoy dousing foods with sauce. And I think our goose friend, whatever their name may be, will similarly enjoy a good heaping of sauce on their pancakes. Yeah. I like pancakes with my syrup. Yeah, I sure do. Now the goose is ready to devour those pancakes. Isn't ketchup already in pizza? Is that a British thing? W8. I'm just saying whoa because I'm not really sure how to pronounce your name again. But is it a regular British thing to have ketchup on pizza? I think it's almost well, I mean, like, just the way people get unnecessarily upset about pineapple on pizza, which is delicious. I'm certainly an enjoyer of pineapple pizza. That there's nothing wrong with having ketchup on pizza. I think it's kind of just a, what would you say, fake outrage, about something that really doesn't matter, but it's so foreign that maybe maybe it's something to have an opinion on. Like, I had a friend who would have, one of the sandwiches that he would have is peanut butter and jelly, normal, plus ham and cheese. So not like two separate sandwiches. He would have the peanut butter and the jelly, then he would have the ham and the cheese, all in one sandwich. And I think with the way he said it was like, it all mixes in the end anyways, and I like them together, so fine. And I've never tried it before, but I'm sure it is fine. But just the idea of it is such like a what a there's a fancy word I'm seeing in my head, but I can't come up with it. An anathema, is that what it is? Such like a, a violation of the idea of those two things that I think it was very shocking to me. That's what mattered in high school, was judging people's dietary choices. I've yet to try it. I guess maybe one day I'll have to try that. So here's a very skinny bottle of syrup. No, like in pizza, you have dough, then ketchup, then cheese, and your toppings. If you get the words high quality school and jumble the words like school quality high, no matter what combo you. I suppose so, Greg. I suppose so. I hope if anyone here is still in school, that the schools that you go to are indeed of high quality. And so I think also for this syrup thing, I'll just animate it later, so I don't need to worry about it. It's going to be an effect. It's going to be on top of the pancakes, and that will be fine. So we'll just make pretend that there is an amount of syrup going in right now. It's a fairly long scene, but I'm really enjoying Greg the Goose. So this will probably be just the one for today. Is my feeling about it overall. Boo boo boo. Alright. Maybe we can just lower this a little bit so that there's a bit more extension, or a feeling of extension. Also, something I did a lot during the break was play a bunch of Elden Ring. I finally got to Lindell, the royal capital, and that's been new. I've played Elden Ring before, but I just never have gotten that far. So I think I'm gonna go around the foot of the air tree, and see what that's all about. My favorite thing about that game is actually exploring, so I'm glad I've finally reached a new area that I haven't really dealt with before. Boom. Mr. Sloth, I like me some barbecue chicken pizza. I love me some barbecue chicken pizza. I had one recently. A frozen offering from Mr. Trader Joe's. And it was indeed a very nice, simple pizza. I have some very basic tastes. I like simple things like that. I think even for this one, we can just copy this pose over and not worry about it. Whoa, a little time saver right there. So let's see where we're at with this little goose guy. And again, this is the first pass, and I will end up adding more things to it later on, as I always do. It's like timing and other sorts of things. But yeah, I think this is getting the point across and the story across that we want to tell quite successfully. Correct? Then, so some stuff is gonna pour. Then he's gonna put it back, and then get his legs and start eating with his legs. Yay, Greg, I'm glad you like your school. I've moved a bunch through different school systems, and I think the way it went was just like trying to adapt. So I don't know if I really I was just trying to fit in and not cause too much trouble, because I'm such a troublemaker. So I didn't really have too much of an opinion on the overall quality of my school. But it was probably a pretty decent school. I grew up in Connecticut, and Connecticut is apparently where a lot of rich New Yorkers go. Not that I lived in a very rich area. I'm very middle class. So He's gonna put the syrup away, grab his utensils, and start eating some pancake. Mr. Sloth, you've been eating ramen, jailhouse style. That's a is that an official designation of the cooking style? Is jailhouse style? Um, I'll be gone for a minute. I have to restart. Oh, no problem. Whoa, whoa. Very cool. Very cool. And then I add mayo and soy sauce. You know something else that I discovered. Uh, like I discovered it this winter break is sardines. I don't know if you all have had sardines before, but they're very good. And I think as far as fish go, fairly healthy because they are lower on the food chain, so they don't eat. I don't think they eat other fish, so they're less likely to have heavy, unhealthy concentrations of mercury. So if you're looking for like a healthy, simple fish to eat, I would very much suggest sardines. And many thanks to Megan. That was one of the stocking stuffers that I got this year, and I'm very grateful that she's so wonderful. So thank you, Megs. Sardines. Sardines is another suggestion that I can make as a food thing. I was going to get them the other day, but they weren't available at the store. So I'm taking this section a little smoother, just because like I think if it's all wacky, then the wacky stuff doesn't stand out as much. Sort of like if you go to a you know if you go to a concert and it's all loud, then is it actually loud at all? You need the contrast. So in this section, the animation and what he's doing is pretty simple, but we will ratchet up the weirdness, I guess, as we go along to the other stuff that he does, like eating food with fake legs. Which there's nothing wrong with that. That's not weird at all. I would just say maybe it's a little slightly different than the normative way of eating. Down and now, 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 do 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 do. That may become my theme for the year, at least for stream animations, is just making them as as weird as I want. I thought because usually for years I'll end up finding some kind of a thematic through line for what the year's going to be like, and I don't know what it was for last year because I think last year was just very stressful, so I didn't have much of a thought about that. But this year, when I was watching Planet of the Apes, which is if you guys are in the market for watching and getting into some other sort of trilogy, Planet of the Apes, specifically the remake, because I didn't watch the other older versions, is very good. I would highly recommend you give that a watch. Um, and I thought for a while that the theme for the year for me would be apes together strong. Oh, I need to put on some new music again. I keep forgetting. Let's see. Splatoon, Pac-Man, Mega Man, Castlevania. Let's do Castlevania. It's apes together strong. But I think that has too many associations with NFTs and stock stuff, and I really don't want to invoke anything to do with that. So while it's funny and it's funny to me, and occasionally I'll look at Megan and I'll give her the double the double fists of apes together strong. I don't think that's going to be the theme for the year. Alright, so now he's gonna turn. If we can linger on his weird profile face, the longer the better. Then I think I'll take another break upon him grabbing our goose friend here, grabbing these Legios. I'm enjoying the transition between arms, winged arms, and more human type of hands. Da-da-ding. Da-da-ding. Yes, exactly, Mr. Sloth. Apes together strong. It's a great. It's honestly one of my favorite things about that movie. But yeah, I I'm not into crypto. I'm not at all ever gonna shill or suggest any sort of monetary things. And I don't I don't want that associated with the channel at all. So I cannot have, as much as I like it, apes together strong be be the uh, be the word of this channel. But it applies. Like if you're in a union, and this summer a lot of people were in a lot of unions struck for work, like the Writers Guild in entertainment, the automakers for like Ford, GMC, and all that other stuff. They struck. There was a big teacher strike and like hotel workers strike in LA. There were a lot of strikes this year, and if you're gonna strike, you kind of have to apes together strong each other. You gotta really believe that you guys are in it together. So let's see. Funk. Maybe we can just actually have him grab the legs already and don't need another ease in to this process. He can just grab them. It's the human story, We're all in this together. The workers versus the corporations or the execs. I don't know. Um, yeah. Hopefully we're living a human story, and even though things can be tough, like I said, the our stream started a bit later today because I was talking with my neighbor, and he's an older fella, an older gentleman. He's always been very kind, a little potentially overbearing with how he wants our area maintained, but overall like a very kind man. And I talked with his wife a little bit. I hadn't seen her in a while. She's been sort of under the weather, so it was good to talk with her. And she was just saying, like, I feel a lot of sympathy for young people these days. I feel bad for them because there's like so much going on and so many different things to be scared of and stuff like that. And it's like, yeah, that's very true. It is hard. It is hard goings right now. Uh, Megan just messaged me to do another gifty, and I think I will just after I grab these legs. So just like I think 2 more drawings, or maybe even 1 more. Um, and she was saying that things can be hard, and things are hard. I'm sure things are hard for like a lot of people. I don't know what it's like to be a student right now anymore, just because how do you approach life when like the feeling of your prospects might be not as good as you would have hoped. Like when the pandemic came and a lot of students at my alma mater, I guess, this CalArts, which is what this CalArts shirt is for, um, they went back to school purely remote, and they paid like full tuition for that, and that seemed pretty grossly unfair, because a big part of the student experience, especially in that school, but really in any school, is being there with your peers. In art school, most of the significant progress you make is with your peers, and having it so that they couldn't be there, but then also not giving them any kind of like a discount is it was tough. But you know what? Like, stuff is tough, but you gotta band together. You gotta be strong. You gotta be like, whatever the result is, I'm gonna keep going forward. And I think that was a lot of the past year for me in particular, where I just worked basically in the highest sort of positional accomplishment of my career. Like, I was a director before, I was a story artist, and then I was a supervising director on Tiny Toons, which was like, ooh, that sounds like a big deal because you're basically like head of story on this production. And I think Tiny Toons, the first season came out on HBO Max, and it's pretty good. And but like right after that, because of mergers and acquisitions and a new CEO coming in to Warner Brothers, a lot of people, including myself, got laid off. And it's been a tough time for people working in animation. And it's hard not to get discouraged, but you kind of just gotta do what you gotta do, and especially you gotta put in the effort to encourage yourself. Is what I found. That, like, if you just sort of concentrate on how bad everything is, that, like, it's sort of no way forward. And managing not even just your expectations, but just like your own sort of spirit is has become a lot more effort than maybe what you wanted to exert, because you just want stuff to be good. But it can be good still, you know. Maybe that's just me trying to be hopeful. But there it is. All right, so I think our little goose guy is coming up. Settle, flop, 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 flop. Pour. Put the arms down. Grab the legs. All right, I think let's do another. Let's do another gift sub. Oh, hello, Rose. Ah, Rose in the real world. Good to see you, and thanks for the encouragement. All right, I'm going to drop a do another membership thing. Oh, wait, no, not that. I want to do membership gifting. Who's gonna get it? I'll do another. Here we go. 5, 3, 2, 4, 1. Bazinga. Bazinga. Okay. There we go. Let's see. Did it work? Let's see. Elfin Victoria, thanks for being a member now of the channel. Woohoo! Very cool, very cool. I think we're gonna do 2 more before the night is out. Bum bum. Well, also Mr. Sloth, I hope you do become an exec one day. Because it seems like their life can be really stressful. It seems like the downside of being an exec is that, like, you might be paid more and you might, be able to leave the office at 4 p.m., but you're sort of always on. It seems like a very people dependent sort of thing. Like, it's a constant network, it's a constant who approves of me, who doesn't approve of me kind of thing. I mean, it is sort of similar on like the art side of things as well, but it seems like you have to be a little bit more on all the time. But if you can do it, and if you're like very business minded and business oriented, being an exec seems like a great gig. So all the more power to you. Become an exec, Mr. Sloth. Become an exec, Rose. Let's all become execs together. Yay! Ding 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 ding. All right, pouring this thing in. You don't have big enough shoulder pads for that. I think that's why you get the suits, Rose, with the extra shoulder pad support. Uh, we can't all be Dwight Howard, but we can certainly buy Dwight Howard shoulder pads. That's the a basketball player that comes to mind when it comes to broad shoulders. Oh, also for the English people in the chat, for Woa and whomever else, or just whoever else is into Premier League. Me and Megan watched our first ever Premier League match. Although I don't know if she's seen it before. Definitely, I haven't seen any any Premier League matches before. But we watched one for the first time on New Year's Day. It was a replay of the Tottenham Hotspurs versus some team that started with BOU or something like that. I think they were a team that has been relegated maybe recently and then just came back up because I didn't recognize them before. And I'd say I have a general knowledge of sport. But we watched that and that was great fun. I feel like I can just kind of watch any kind of sport, much more so than any kind of animation, because animation just reminds me of work, but sports takes me away from that. So I appreciate that. Oh, so he's gonna grab these and then pull up. Let's not make it super parallel. Let's have this first one come up first, and then we can have the second one follow after. So it's not like twinning as much. Do 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 do. Alright, now it's going to get a little more complex because we have legs to manage, but you know what? It's for the joke. You got to do it for the funnies. Sometimes you got to put in a little work to get the funnies that you're after. Oh, now actually might be a good time to vote on this goose's name. So I think Greg, the goose progenitor, said something along the lines of waffle. Let me start a poll. Name this goose. Goose, not good. Let's say first option waffle. Second option, I said Gary. Anyone else have potential name options for the goose? 3. Just because I keep on referring to him as Goose, but I'm like, what's their name? Can also be a lady goose or a non-binary goose. Can be named Toaster or Kerfuffle or whatever else. Syrup. What say you? What say you, Goose? Fight for me, and we shall hold your oaths fulfilled. Rose, we watched a lot of Lord of the Rings, so there you go. And then we even watched some Far Over the Misty Mountains Cold. Kerfuffle, Brenda, Paolo, Gusano. Let me take out Gary because I don't know how many options we can ask. Gusano sounds like Susanoo from Naruto, so I like Gusano. It's like badass. I don't think he's very badass though. I'll say Paolo and let's see, Brenda. Oh, I can only have 4 options. So let's see. Kerfluffle. Let's see. Kerfluffle can be a write-in. Kerfluffle starts with one vote. But I'll do Waffle, Gusano, Paolo, and Brenda. Kerfluffle, write-in candidate with 1 vote. There you go. Did everyone watch today? No, we didn't watch any. We haven't watched anything today. I think today Megan's been watching some Survivor. I haven't watched as much stuff today, but she's going through some old seasons. But yeah, we made it through the entire trilogy, both of them, in this time. To find our long forgotten gold. The pines were roaring on the high. The winds were moaning in the night. The fire was red, it flaming spread. The trees like torches bathed with light. Good song. Really enjoyed the first 2 movies of that Hobbit trilogy. The third one was just like too much fighting, too much war, too much mess. But the other 2 I really enjoyed. I think that first movie when they're in the Misty Mountains with the goblins, that's like my favorite Lord of the Rings sequence actually. It's just so inventive and well done. Where like the fighting in most of the time is pretty like basic with just guys slashing, but there was a lot of fun ideas in the way that they were fighting the goblins in that mine sequence. Alright, so we said goose and pancakes, and it has taken us up until now, basically. Now we are ready to eat pancakes. But that's just true to life. You don't just go in and start eating. You got to do your prep work. You got to get your napkins out. You got to bring out your sauces. You got to make the food. This is a whole thing. I'm just trying to be true to life here. Sunk. So, pour the syrup. Grab the leg. Shunk. To find our long forgotten gold. The fire was red, it flaming spread. I do like the first Hobbit movie. Kerfuffle, is there any, just trying to make sure that Kerfuffle doesn't get undercounted. I think Gusano is in the lead, which I understand because it's pretty badass. Hold on. Okay. Alright, I'm clicking some buttons and I'm not sure what they're doing. Alright. Hi. So how is he gonna eat this? This is a little bit more mechanical, so I gotta figure it out. Well, let's just play what we got this far. Ooh. bonk. He's got up the legs. And he's gonna go like bring them out wide and like that. Just sort of. I guess that's how we can do it. We'll sort of have them out wide and try to like instead of straight heading this, have a bit more of a plan where both legs are held out sort of like so. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Alright. Well, I think then we gotta change the angle on this one. That'll probably be better just for silhouette value anyways. Bum 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 bum. Booby. Alright. So we're gonna get there. And then yeah, so I'm gonna key pose this just because it takes some figuring out to do. And we're gonna key pose an in between. It's a different process. It's not my usual workflow, but it'll be helpful for this part. No wonder his head's getting thinner. Usually give that part of his head some volume. Let's move that over. Sometimes you gotta think a little bit when you're doing animation. It's not my favorite part, but you gotta do it from time to time. So he's like this. And then what he can do is sort of losing a little bit of what I'm trying to see here. Okay. Let's just change this. Make this blue. So I'll bring him in. The head should stay about the same. Maybe just lean in a little bit. Then commence shoveling. If you were a hobbit hosting 13 rowdy dwarves, what would we serve them for dinner? Probably ramen. It seems like the easiest thing to make for a group. Although we've made I don't know if are you Italian at all, Rose? I am, if you might guess, not very Italian. I'm a little Italian, but not very Italian. But for this Crimbus, we did a lot of Italian food, and that seems like something that you can kind of make en masse. So maybe I'd serve some stuffed shells potentially, something like that. So I would say ramen for dwarves. They'd either be getting ramen or stuffed shells or something Italian like that. And then, yeah, these are pretty big pancakes. That's an excellent question, by the way. What would you serve your 13 hobbits? I think the dwarves would appreciate something like that. Although they seem to want to eat a lot of meat. Dwarves seem to be a very meat-oriented food consumers. What's all this green? Where's the meat? Yes, so I'd be serving a lot of that stuff. What else can I make on Moss? Yeah, stuff like macaroni. Basically Thanksgiving dinner, probably. That's the only stuff that I've really made. That and ramen is the only stuff that I've really made, like, to scale. I guess I could make, like, a big thing of fried rice. Mostly what I make is just for two. Just for me and Magoo. Doo doo doo. Then I think we also need to have, like a silly full of pancake face for the goose. I don't know if this one is it. Yeah, so I guess it can be like. And then, like, as he goes to eat more bites, the pancake can slide down the into the belly. You know, just keeping it real silly, real cartoony. I don't know if this looks right, but I'm going with it. Yeah, let's do it like this. That way I can have that other arm come through and not, like, break the silhouette too much. Hunk. Dun, 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 dun. Hmm. Hmm. Alright, hold on. I gotta look at this whole conversation that Rose has had. Let's see. Pizza. Pizza, well, always a good choice. Maybe we just serve a whole roast pig. Tortilla chips. Fried rice. Huge plate. Rose, maybe it's dinner time. Maybe that's what it is. It's just hungry time. Let's see. What do we call it? Dylan Rice, what are we animating tonight? We decided early on between a series of candidates. Goose, Monster was also a potential thing, but we decided on Goose. Something to do with goose and pancakes. So that's what we're animating. And what we've done thus far, just to bring it back, is this. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Bonk. Pour some syrup. Grab his legs. And then he's going to go eat, scoop the pancakes in with his legs. So I think what I'm responding to now is this sort of feeling that the legs kind of end. So I want to make a slight change to that. I've got to break down this transition as well, but just because this action is a little more abstract, I think I want to be more on top of what the motion is like. Yeah, and it seems like it's wanting for more of a thrust from the leg parts, or from these foot parts. Yeah. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, gotta put on some new music again. Did some Castlevania. Let's do Mega Man. All right, so it's almost going to be about 2 hours. So I don't think I'll finish this thing today on stream. I think we made some good progress, and I'll probably end up finishing it off stream at some point. So I said I was going to give away a couple more memberships, so let's do one right now, and we'll do one as we end. Oh, it looks like Gusano is the winner, so I'm going to call it that. So this is thanks for the votes. We're going to go with Gusano. Gusano, the breakfast muncher, has come to hang out. All right, so let me get into that screen. Let's drop another one. Oops, not this one. Let's go here. Membership. One more. And 3, 2, 1. Fun. Yeah, we did another one. And welcome to Jacob. I know Jacob. Oh, Whoa, or W8WO, good night. Thanks for coming to the stream. Cheers to you in Merry England. And oh yes, cheers and Happy New Year, of course. It was the newest times, it was the coolest times. Cheers to you for all the times. Cheers to you as well as yours tonight. Welcome, Jacob. Welcome to the memberships. Let's see. If I find that I do have more time, we may end up doing some member streams at some point. It just depends on that in terms of if we'll have the time for it or not. But we appreciate having new members, and I appreciate everybody for being on this channel. So he's gonna swallow his big pancake. So he grabs the thing. Let's break this down. Let's start with the head, kind of going more in profile, just because I think that's funny. If you got a funny design, you want to maximize your funnies with it. And then yeah, basically this breakdown will probably be the last thing that we do for the stream today. And we'll have been on for about 2 hours. That's usually what we end up doing for these. And then yeah, excited for the next week and see what other goofy things we end up coming up with. I kind of see the stream as like basically whatever we do on stream will probably end up being the shorts that we put out every week. As has been the case, like all the shorts that we've put out have been the November stream animations that we did. So the one for next year or for next week will be like this office one that we did with the goblin and the cat and a fart, of course. That's the kind of channel we are. And then yeah, these eventually will get done and they will be They will be there because sometimes it's a little inconsistent in terms of how much time we have to do all this stuff, and especially with like a larger project coming on. I've been really grateful to have some of these things sort of banked up for when we've hadn't had as much time as we wanted. So cool. Let's get her done, and then that'll be the thing. Bam, bam, bam. I wonder why the system makes it so that you can't gift subs directly uh, to our to people in the chat. I wonder why that is. I thought that's what it was gonna be. See, I'm not like even though I stream, I don't really watch streamers, so I don't really know how it all works. But you know, there you go. But they must have a wisdom to it. They must have a reason for why they're doing things the way they are. Just like we have a reason for why we're animating this weirdo pumpkin, or not pumpkin, pancake goose boy. Susano, I should say. Excuse me, you have a name now. I should be calling you by your name. Call me by my name, That's not how that song goes, but that's how I chose to sing it. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. That's the last karaoke song that I'll do for tonight. So let's see what it is. Whew. All right, so got our little guy. He pops up. Bonk. Some syrup. Grab the legs. So yeah, he's gonna end up eating all the pancakes. It looks like there's 3 pancakes. So go 1, 2, 3, and then I think that'll be it. this is I really like this one actually. I really enjoyed being very very strange. I think I end up enjoying the weirder animations that we do, just because we're usually very cute and very very sweet and genuine, and there's that's obviously a very great quality to be. And I also like being very strange at the same time. So yeah, that's what we made today. We had our little reed. We have our little goose pop out, crack, quack, quack. And then he grabs the legs and he's just gonna eat pancakes. And that's the whole thing. Indeed, we like to keep it silly on this. So yeah, thanks everybody. We're gonna drop one more gifted sub. Membership gift. And 3, 2, 1. Have some fun. And there it is. That's the last one. So thanks everybody for coming on the stream. We will be back next week on Wednesday, probably closer to 7, just so that we can maintain some kind of a thing that works with the schedule that we're going to be working with more normally in non-vacation times. For the new members, I'll have to go back and see and check up on everybody's names. We'll probably make a little post for you guys to welcome you. Um, and for everybody else on our stream, thanks for spending time on our little silly corner of the internet. Oh, a goofy yellow idiot was gifted a member. Well, that tracks with the spirit of our of our space. So yeah, I think that'll be it. I'll finish this guy off stream at some point in time, so that next week we can start fresh and do some other silly stuff. And yeah, I really appreciate being able to come on and say hello and talk with people. It's a lovely part of our week, and I think a lovely part of our channel. So there you go. That's it for me. That's it for me and Megs tonight. Thanks everybody for coming on, and we'll see you next time. Hold on, let me. Where's the thingy? Where's the thingy? Here's the thingy. All right. Yay! That's it for me. Charmander, goodbye. Charmander, char. Oh gosh. All right. That's it. Bye. Thanks everybody.